Welcome to the reset. My name is Chad. Thanks for joining. We're going to have an exciting trip ahead. Alan and a few other people, Felicia's coming, Daniel's coming, on a trip that Alan and I organized in northern Arizona. It is a paddleboard accessible only, or kayak boat accessible only camping trip that, again, is only accessible via watercraft. I have got the rock loaded. I apologize in advance for the video quality on this video. I had to spare every ounce of weight that I could, so I couldn't bring my camera gear. So this whole video is going to be on my phone. Stay tuned. Here we go. Well, we're off, and the lake is in great condition to be paddling right now. There's no wind. But we do have thunderstorms all around us, and it's starting to lightly drizzle right now, so I need to book it. We're getting close. We are here. We're docking right there, and the camp is right up there. Sweet. Let's start unpacking. Oh my goodness. Well, sorry about the poor video quality there, but I wasn't able to show you the setup inside the two-person, one tigress backpacking tent. I'm not sure, I can't think off the top of my head what tent this is, but I'll definitely put it in a link and description down below. And I'll probably put it right down below my face right here too, so you can see it. But I'm gonna whip up some dinner and watch a movie and call it a day. Felicia's gonna be here in the morning, and then Alan and Daniel will be coming tomorrow night. So we'll see. Have a good night. Good morning. It got chilly last night. Such a beautiful area. And I had the idea, I was like, well, maybe I should get on the paddleboard and go do some fishing. But the problem is it's still cold out and you inevitably get wet when you're on that board, which makes me conclude that that's the advantage of a kayak for certain trips, is that you're going to stay dry in the kayak as opposed to the paddleboard. But no big deal. I was actually able to haul like 2 or 3 times more stuff on the paddleboard than I would have if I had brought my kayak. So it all works out. Sun's coming up now, so it's going to start warming up, and I'm going to make some tea. Felicia called and said she's on the way. Look who showed up. It's Felicia. We're going back to the ramp to get some more of her stuff. Well, I slept like a baby last night, but we had a surprise overnight, an unexpected surprise, because we didn't do much filming. I didn't do much filming yesterday just because we were out having so much fun. But Dan showed up last night at 11 o'clock. And for those of you watching, you might not think that's too big of a deal, but it got down into the low 40s last night, and the fog was intense over the lake. And at about 10:30, we had all tucked in our tents with the mindset of Dan was not foolish enough to try to come down that stretch of the lake in this little channel here in the cold, being wet, and in the fog. I mean, you couldn't see. He did. Leave it to Dan. He came, and he has got quite the story. I'm going to share that with you. And he's going to share that with you in just a minute, because he'll paint a picture. It's unbelievable. I'm envious that he got to experience, but at the same time, I don't think I would have done it. But if there's anybody that would have braved those elements, it's my buddy Dan. But this is what we're looking at right now. We got a good view. You still see some remnants of that. I don't know if there's a technical term for it. Fog over the water, the lake. Leave in the comments below if there's the terminology for water or fog, evaporation over the lake like that. There's sayings on the bottom of the mountain house bags? I didn't know that. What's mine say? I don't know if you guys can read that. I would rather own little and see the world than own the world and see little of it. Love it. It is deep. Well, folks, the dirt road reset curse of not catching fish has ended. Look at that. We got ourselves 3 rainbows. Yeah, buddy. Well, we went to the little general store about 20 miles away, and we're paddling back to camp now.
Get a selfie of his boat.
There's our new buddy Dan.
Yo.
He's
gonna tell you about my late night fog adventure.
Yeah. We're gonna check it out tonight. So we're gonna have some gourmet cooking up here in camp. We're gonna take the yellow curry mountain house. We're gonna cook that with our freshly caught lake trout that was caught this afternoon. And we're gonna take the crayfish, crawdads, mud bugs, whatever you call them, depending on what part of the country you're in, and we're gonna put those in with the, let me see if I can get that, the buffalo style chicken mac and cheese. All right, Dan, hold up your prized possessions here. Let's see what we got in there.
All right, check this out.
Oh, there's one coming out right there.
Jeez, we'll catch him in a bit. Come here. Look at this.
Yeah, buddy, and they're gonna go right in there.
Well, there's one. Shall we? Throw him in. You have to grab enough of this so it doesn't fall apart on you.
Where you have it fall apart?
When I split it, sometimes I have to split it because like the
Oh.
yeah, sometimes
Yeah, you gotta kind of peel the back off a little bit.
you have to grab like enough of it. Awesome. I'm glad it's getting use. I wasn't sure what I would use it for.
Alan, if you wanna
Flatten.
Come here, look.
Ah, gotcha.
See right here? See this?
Gotcha. Yeah,
That has to come out.
gotcha. The butteriness.
Are the bones coming out? Yeah, see?
That's so nice.
Cooked it perfect.
That's so good. Can I leave a little crispiness on there? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. Look at that. That's all bones.
Oh, it's hot too.
Yep. Oh, look at that. I got a bunch of that. So,
Thank you for grabbing that. Let me check your potato.
Food that we're all hungry to eat.
wild lobster mac.
If you haven't done so already and you like stuff like this, please hit that thumbs up down below. If you have any suggestions on how we could have made it better, or if you want to be invited to the next fog paddle camping trip in northern Arizona, north central Arizona, comment down below. And I'd be really obliged if you hit the subscribe button. Let's eat.
Sick.
Manja.
All right, Chad, what's the verdict?
You know that they say when you're eating what you've caught yourself, or like hunters say it and fishermen say it. I think there's some truth to that, but that was hands down the best camp meal I think I've ever had, and do a lot of camping.
What do you reckon, Dan?
That was so good. I
Yeah,
would love to
two-phase
just
up
catch
there.
some more and do it all again.
Agreed.
Pretty damn amazing.
Agreed.
Good morning. Well, unfortunately, today's the day that we pack up and head home. And no, I don't wear a hat when I sleep, but I'm a single dude, and there might be my future, forever out there. And I don't want her to see anything but, the best version of me. And, well, this is far from the best, but anyway, I'm going to get up. We're going to start slowly packing up. We're not in a big hurry to leave today, just because it's chilly outside, and being on the water is much more enjoyable when it's warmer. But I really want you guys to hear Dan's account and let him paint you a picture of exactly what it was like for him to come here on Friday night in the pitch dark amongst that fog on the lake. The way he tells the story is incredible. I'm really glad he got to experience that, and a little envious that the rest of us didn't, but it's pretty cool. Slept really good last night. I tell you, this Nemo Tensor insulated sleeping pad is worth every penny. I'll put a link down in the description below. It's the most comfortable sleeping pad I've ever slept on, and there's been quite a few. But yeah, it does the trick. Definitely starting to get to be time to replace the Nemo Forte sleeping bag. And it's because I've had it now for quite a few years and it's showing its wear. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and eat some breakfast. Hold on, I'm on camera.
I told everybody you were gonna paint us a picture
Okay.
of what you experienced when you came in here. First of all, what time was it?
I got here at about 10:15 p.m.
Okay, and how cold?
It was 50 degrees when I got out of my car.
Yeah. And what happened? What did you experience?
So when I got to the boat ramp, way on the other end of this lake here, every square foot of the lake just had fog coming off of it. It was being created in front of my eyes. So naturally, the rest of the lake was invisible. So I put all my stuff together, I pump up my paddleboard, and I set out. I put all my stuff on there, and immediately I just enter a fog bank. I mean, there were these little fog tornadoes twirling around all over the lake. It was just spooky.
Yeah, you said some of them were higher than you, like all on both sides, like arches.
They were like rolling past me. They were forming like archways. I would enter like a whole bank of fog and I would come out and there were just like all kinds of tornadoes going around. It was wild. It was
But it was calm, right? Like there wasn't really much wind.
No, it was just the lightest breeze would create these tornadoes. It was really easy to paddle across, as a matter of fact.
You had a word that you described for it, water dancers.
Oh yeah, it almost looked like little fog spirits were following me around. Like, it was unbelievable, unlike anything I've ever experienced.
Yeah, that's too cool, man. I'm glad you got to experience.
We didn't have any fog last night, so I'm the only one.
Yeah, we were gonna try to recreate it, but it didn't happen last night. It was a lot warmer. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a lot warmer, and it just didn't happen.
Well, that's it. The reset has concluded, but there's plenty more coming up. And it's at this point we always say, if you or someone you know is suffering from anything racking the mind, stress, anxiety, addiction, postpartum, PTSD, you name it. Anybody else think of anything? I don't know. Just overall stress, anything racking the mind. First and foremost, it's our job to break the stigma, because there's a good chance that you or someone you know is suffering from one of those things and they're too ashamed or too proud to admit it. So go outside, get the help that you deserve, and by all means, get outside, explore nature, ground yourself, and find your dirt road to reset. See ya.
See ya.